Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Sarah. I'm super nervous to film this video today. First of all, the primary reason why I am super nervous to film this video is because I don't know who's gonna watch it. I don't even know if I have a channel anymore or if I have any subscribers anymore. I have been absent for the majority of the last 4 months, and it's kind of what I want to share with you today, but it does make me nervous coming back and sharing with you because I don't know who's actually going to see this. The second reason I am nervous to film today is because I am wearing no makeup except a little bit of lip gloss that I put on right before I filmed this video. And that's actually kind of what I want to share with you today. So let me go ahead and jump on in. I'm gonna tell you all about where I've been and where we go from here. Okay, so for starters, I had filmed a video back in September just after my birthday, and I told you that I was going to be changing the direction of this channel. Not changing it entirely, but up until this point, my videos have been predominantly Pan That Palette, Project Pan type of videos. And back in September, when I uploaded that video, I did say that I love the Project Pan community, and you've all been so kind to me and very welcoming and very inclusive. But that was pretty much the only thing, for the most part, that I was sharing on this channel. And then in September, what I said was that there were some other things that I wanted to share with you. So I am a full-time student and I work full-time, and part of me working full-time includes me working part-time at home with our son. So I have an 18-month-old son with my husband, and so there's a lot of, hashtag mom life going on around here. So I was really wanting to start including kind of pieces of all of those aspects of our lives into our channel. But before I was able to do that, back in August, I was using a product and I had an allergic reaction. It wasn't a makeup product, but I had an allergic reaction and I broke out in a rash. And so I went to the dermatologist and she told me that the rash had gotten infected. So she gave me a steroid shot and she gave me a very strong antibiotic to kind of combat the infection from the reaction. Within 24 hours, I was covered from my scalp to my ankles just completely covered in these awful, itchy red hives. And it turns out I had had another allergic reaction to the antibiotic that was supposed to cure the initial reaction. Only in my life, y'all. So for weeks and weeks and weeks, I had these, I just had these itchy red hives, and I was like popping Benadryl like they were candy. And so eventually that reaction went away. I filmed the video. I said, I'm going to be bringing you more content. And then, and I did film a few more videos. I was trying really hard to keep up with like my Pan That Palette, and I filmed a few other videos in there. And then, just before Thanksgiving, I noticed that I had like some really dry skin kind of in between my eyebrows and then kind of going down the side of my nose like this. Well, I took the baby and we went to go see my parents over Thanksgiving, and it seemed to get worse while I was there. And I just thought, my parents live in the Midwest, and so I just thought, well, it's a lot colder here, it must just be my skin, which is dry anyways. I just thought my skin is reacting to the cold, so I'll just start using like a really heavy moisturizer when we get home. So a few days later, my son and I come home and I found a moisturizer that I already had in my collection. It was not expired, and it had an SPF in it. I think this moisturizer must have come to me through, I think it was a FabFitFun, because I know I didn't purchase it. So I slather this moisturizer with SPF on my face, trying to combat this, what I thought was extremely dry skin. My husband came home from work that day and he said, "What's wrong with your face?" And I thought, wow, that was rude. And I said, "Nothing's wrong with my face." And he said, "No, I think you're having an allergic reaction." And I said, "No, I'm good. I had some dry skin." And I woke up the very next day and my entire face was swollen. My one eye was swollen shut. And the part that made me really nervous was that my face was like really tingly. And I've heard that that's a very bad sign. So immediately I called the dermatologist again and I said, "I think I'm having another allergic reaction. I really need to get in and see you." So I went in to see her and she said, "You're having another reaction." I brought the product with me that I had used and she said, "Don't use this. This is, do not use this." I had a reaction to what she thinks was the sunscreen in the moisturizer. And I thought, I can't win for losing here, I was trying to use a moisturizer. They tell you you're supposed to use SPF. Now, I will say this was a chemical SPF. And again, I did not purchase this. It was sent to me in FabFitFun, but I should have been more aware of what I was using. I just thought it was an SPF and that's what you're supposed to use, so that's what I used. She believes I had a reaction to the chemical SPF that was in this moisturizer. So of course I stopped using it immediately. I was back on the Benadryl. I had a steroid cream and an antibiotic and, the whole nine all over again. So that's actually why I'm not wearing makeup today. I wanted to show you sort of the remnants of this reaction. So you can see that right here, and I'm using the viewfinder on my camera so I can show you properly, but you can see right here in between my eyes, it's red, and then it kind of comes down here and hooks under my eye. And since Thanksgiving, since I was at my parents' for Thanksgiving, I have only worn makeup 2 times. One of them was yesterday. I wore a little bit of makeup, and then the day after Christmas, I wore a little bit of makeup because my in-laws wanted to have pictures done with that side of the family. So those are the only 2 times that I've worn makeup literally since Thanksgiving. And so I was really nervous to kind of share my bare face with you today. I feel incredibly vulnerable, but I also felt like it was important to share with you, where I've been, and particularly because I do want to start uploading videos again, and I didn't want to not address where I've been. So I finally feel more comfortable. I do feel very vulnerable, but I feel a little bit more comfortable today to go ahead and show this to you, and because I feel like I am, really close to it being healed. I've had a couple of flare-ups since Thanksgiving, but they maybe last a couple of days and then they sort of die back down again. And so that brings me back to my announcement in September and what is the direction of this channel. For the most part, I will not be participating in a lot of Project Pan videos this year. The reason for that, again, I love the Project Pan community. I have felt so welcomed and I felt so grateful, for your comments and for your following. And however, I am having to take a very deep look at the products that I have in my collection. And by no means do I have, your average beauty YouTuber size collection. It's a decent size collection, but it's not massive by any stretch of the imagination. However, I find that I am having to look at everything and really see what are the ingredients and, is this something that I'm going to be able to use? Um, and really, I'm going to have to declutter my collection. I'm just going to have to do it. The other reason I won't be participating in a ton of project pans is because I'm not really wearing makeup right now. As I said, I'm wearing some lip gloss, and that's it. And so it seems foolish of me to try to do like use 20 products in 2020 when I've only used maybe 4 products the whole year so far. You know what I mean?